You right there? How are we all doing? So today I've got another great lesson for you. Well, I think it is. How many of yous out there play rhythm guitar or try it, but get so bored of it, you find yourself just playing the same strum, same rhythm thing, and you can't escape it. Even if you try, you don't know how to get away from sounding like your same old boring repetitive self, which we all do. And it's called vocabulary, and we have to build it up. So in the week, I had a student of mine, he's like a good friend now, he's been coming a few years. He said, Glenn, I play blues guitar, quite happy with it, but I want to develop my rhythm playing. Because when I play a 12-bar blues, it just sounds boring. And I don't know how to change it. Can you help? I said, yeah, of course I can. I said, right, what we'll do is, I'm going to give you 10 rhythm licks. So not lead licks, rhythm licks. So on this sheet, I wrote out 10 examples of the way he can make his playing sound interesting and then move it forward from there. Because once you learn it over one chord in the key of A, you can do the same thing for the D chord and the E chord. So anyway, I've got a backing track, which I'm going to send to him because we didn't do it in the lesson. And I thought this would be a good one for YouTube. Because that's the way it seems to happen, that people come with problems, and they're probably a massive, big problem worldwide for guitar. So hopefully I'm the problem solver for this. So I'm going to play you what I've gave him, and then I'm going to tell you the secrets how to develop it after. So here we go. See if you like it, and so it's all available in the description down below in this backing track. That is what is available down below. Now, my hand wasn't moving now. It was in the same place, wasn't it? But when you listened, each time sounded different, yeah? So, what I'm going to show you is, the first part is the same, but the rhythm was like this. Pick as well if you want. I'm not using a pick today, but it works with both, so it doesn't really matter. Look, that's the rhythm. So if I play the rhythm, but we want a bit at the end, so we get this. Look. Now you're probably thinking, what's he doing, lifting his hand up? Basically, that's the bit where you put in a little rhythm lick. It's really subtle. It doesn't want to be a lead lick. It wants to just sound different, but the same. So I gave him 10 little licks like this, where you don't have to move your hands. Look. They sound nothing on their own, but when you put them in a piece of music, this is when the magic happens. Watch. For me, that sounds like the rhythm's talking back. He's jamming with a bass player and a drummer. They're having a conversation. Now you're probably thinking, what is he using now? Well, what we are using now is the pentatonic scale again, believe it or not. But what you got to do is get out of just playing it in this position. I'm using a lot of the open notes from the A pentatonic scale. So basically, these, look. Them in. I kept these licks simple, so a lot of these licks are on the first 3 strings. Well, and that one is one there. So you can, once you've got these down, you can then make your own ones up, and that's the beauty of it. this is just a platform for you to go, how do I move it forward? Well, then you can create your own ones all day long with this track. And then you can say you can then incorporate that in your other things because you've got the techniques to do it. It's not like this is a song, this is a thing to get you jamming and improvising, which would be really cool. So basically, it's just an A chord shape like that, yeah? And I'm just wiggling my fingers about playing the notes from the pentatonic scale. But that's all well and good saying that. It's knowing how to do it. And this is where a lot of people go wrong. They go, oh yeah, I got that. And I go, well, go on and do it. And it still sounds like rubbish. So these are like classic kind of licks. And then you can say you can do your own thing with these licks after that. So what I'm going to do is say it's available on my Patreon. It's available on my website. It's up to you if you want it, or you can just borrow it from this. But if you want to get a good grounding, they're all there for you to develop. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the same thing again, but then the second time round, what I'm going to do, I'm going to jam, yeah? So I'm going to tell you when I'm going to do that. I'm creating this backing track as we're doing it, because basically I'll start teaching soon. I've got a gig tonight, and I've got to fit this in so I can get it up for my Patreon people for the weekend, because I promise them something new every week. Sometimes, a lot of times it's 2, but it's 2 this week. I'll put one up in a week. So anyway, it's enough of that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play through it once, and then I'm going to shout out when I'm going to improvise using the things I've learned, and that's what you want to get doing. So here we go. Ready? And here we go. Idea. So I use some of them ideas which I've put down on the sheet, and then I mix them up, but it sounded different, it sounded fresh, it sounded like I was just jamming. Well, I was just jamming. I was listening to the groove of the music and I was just playing around with it. So if you want it, down below on my Patreon. If not, get something from this lesson. So it's just playing the pentatonic with an A chord. That is it. See you soon. See you later. Bye.